ours, Pablo, from SMB DNA. Pablo is a graduate of SMB DNA and now is spending a week with us in New York City to work a little bit more on his game. And I thought it would be interesting to have him come in and go over one of his trades and give him the opportunity to be on the hot seat. So what I like about this already, Pablo, is that this is a trend trade. We had a streak there for, I think, a couple of weeks where the presenters were all coming up with fade trades. So look, I always think trend trades and second day plays are the two easiest trades to learn when you're first starting to trade, and I always think that those are the first two trades that are best to try and master. So as you start your career and even as you become more advanced, we really want to try and capture as much P&L out of these two trades as we can. So what we do here is one of our guys each day, all of our guys each day, archive a play, a setup that made the most sense to them during the trading day. They do it in SMB template form, as you'll be able to see during this presentation. And then they share it with one of their mentors or their coaches each day. And what's going on is traders are internalizing. They're internalizing their best trades. It's not enough to just learn what a trend trade is, but you have to then internalize it in your trading brain so that when we turn the lights on, you can trade it in real time. So on that note, I am going to bring our good friend Pablo in, and he's going to walk us through the trades.
Hello guys. The big picture, yesterday the SPY opens up 0.6, it's a 0.3% after a sell-off day. Some other things happening was Yellen speaking before the Congress, and she says that she's worried about employment. Also, it's been like 2 weeks, I think, or more, with Ukraine and Russia tensions getting worse. The intraday fundamentals for Whole Foods is report weaker than expected fiscal second quarter results and cut its guidance for 2014. So, and aftermarket, it has a drop of 16%. It had an average volume of 4.8 million shares, an average true range of 1.2, and a float short of 4.5%. First, I looked to the daily chart, and I saw a downtrend for the past 4 months.
So on the longer term charts, the trend is down.
Yeah.
So when we say a trend trade, we're looking for something that on the longer term charts is broken and going down, and then we're going to look for that trend also on our intraday charts to then call it a trend trade.
I saw the tape, but I didn't really follow in the whole trade. After market, when they report, it went down, and when they opened the next day, it was also a little bit more down. So from the pre-market, I saw this level 39.29 before this drop before just the open. So before under this line, my plan was getting short, and with the ATR, my first target was 38. So I made the first three trades. I was short on 39.13 with a stop in 20 cents, and I sell at 38.57 when I saw a spike up on price. And
all right, so you covered it. You were short, yeah, and you covered
exactly.
it.
Exactly, I covered it.
And when So your cover was 39.20 or 39.21?
My cover was
If your stop, if you were going to be wrong.
Yeah, my cover was 39.33.
Okay.
Then I saw on the tape that it was weak and the price it was going down fast, so I re-enter on 38.55 and I cover on 38.31 because it was getting slower. And once it reached my target, it was 38. And I thought if it's go down below 38, I'm gonna re-enter. So the price went down. I re-entered the trade, and it went really fast to 37.5. So I cover, and that was it. And through the day, I wait for a consolidation to re-enter my short, and I think it was around this place that I thought it was going to down again, and I got stopped out in this movement to the up. So
Okay. So a couple of things. So it's interesting. When I think of a trend trade, I think of the stock being broken from the short side. I think of the stock being broken in the longer term charts, and then I think of it being past 10.15, being past the open, and then seeing the stock show weakness, be rolling over, be weak also intraday. So that's what I think of it as sort of a trade to hold. Your trade is a momentum trade. It technically is a trend trade because you have a spot where it's weak intraday, and it is also weak on the longer term chart. But that type of trading between 9:30 and 8:30 if you're in Texas, between 9:30 and 10:15 Eastern time is price discovery. That's things aren't trending during those first 45 minutes of the trading day, and so you really want to be playing the momentum. So a lot of us on the desk saw resistance at 39 on the open and got short there, and then when it went down and looked like it stopped going down, maybe covered some, and so that tends to be. So generally, right on the open like that in the first 45 minutes, that you're sort of playing more momentum. That doesn't always have to be the case. In fact, if you think a stock is just gonna finish at the low because of its intraday fundamentals, Whole Foods missed for the entire year. They missed on guidance for the entire year. There is a potential trade there where you say, I'm going to look for weakness. If I see weakness during the day, I'm going to short it no matter what time it is, and I'm going to see if this is going to finish at the low because the intraday fundamentals follow a pattern that I think causes stocks to finish at lows. I don't think he did that here, though. So essentially, you're momentum trading to the downside of a weak stock. I think that's really the trade. And it's important to sort of contextualize what type of trade you're making so you get the most out of the learning experience. But you're in a really good stock. That was certainly the stock. That was one of the stocks to be in. That's excellent. And I think people don't make enough about being in the right stocks. We were sitting with Pierre, who was one of our students in-house from Singapore, and I was asking him what was one of the things he learned, and he said one of the things I really appreciate from being here is that I really learned the right stocks to trade. So I wrote about this in One Good Trade, which is you're only as good as the stocks you trade. And there's a lot of traders out there that just aren't in the right stocks. There are things that are just going sideways for hours and they don't understand why. They're trading up at technical levels that don't really have catalysts behind them, and so they're going to get chopped up. I was talking with one of our better traders on the desk a couple of days ago in my office, and what he was doing was looking at daily charts, breakouts and breakdowns, but then also looking for a story behind those breakdowns or breakouts to trade with, because that would then precipitate the follow-through. So you're in one of those stocks that is technically set up nicely and has a story behind it that offers an intraday catalyst. So that's excellent. And I think you did a good job of understanding a good entry point. You know, a good price, looking at some of the price action and finding a good entry point. So that's good. So we'll keep doing these, and as you do more of them, you'll get even better. So anyway, thanks, Pablo, for stopping in and helping us here. And until next Tuesday, trade well, everyone. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mike Bellafiore, author of The Playbook and One Good Trade, co-founder of SMBU and SMB Capital here in New York City. If you want to learn more about SMB, please go check out smbu.com. Check out our blog where we share tons of trading tips, trading stories, trades we're in, trading anecdotes, and also take the time to sign up for our 10-day free training program, which we offer to the trading community at smbu.com. We hope you enjoy it. We hope to see you on the site.